Tuesday, March 17th, in the midst of the coronavirus taking over the world, New World Interactive has updated Insurgency Sandstorm, bringing the game now to version 1.6. I'll be going over the major changes and inclusions in this patch. If you would like to sit down and read through the specifics, I have linked the patch notes in the description of this video. Starting off, we have the new map Power Plant, which is a very welcome addition. Right off the bat, just very different from all the other maps, especially with how much greenery there is. In terms of flow as well, this map really stands out with how close quarters it feels. In the game of Push I played earlier, either attacking or defending, I didn't have to run very far from spawn to find someone to shoot at, and I like that a lot. It reminded me a lot of Source, really, all the tight angles and building to building fighting. There's all this really cool architecture as well, especially the huge dam, of course, you always see in the back of the map. I'm very excited to get to play this one more, and I think it will quickly become a community favorite. Alongside the new map Power Plant, we also have Phase 1 of mod support. The mod tools currently available makes it possible to create levels, game modes, and mutators. This all comes together with mod.io integration. If you're unfamiliar with mod.io, it's a service similar to the Steam Workshop. So for example, you scroll through and see a map that you think maybe looks cool, you click subscribe, and then bam, like magic, it's in your game. The coolest thing about mod.io though is that it can also work on consoles. So this is not confirmed, but consoles may also have mod support come launch. Already, Warmaster 2143 has been hard at work remaking Shoot House from Modern Warfare, and Invalid Nick has been making some sort of eerie, foggy compound that reminds me of Peak and therefore scares me. Moving on now to the new weapons in this update, we have two of them and they both really pack a punch considering they're battle rifles firing 7.62 by 51mm rounds. For security forces, we have the Tavor 7, an Israeli rifle that yes is technically related to the TAR-21. It has a 10-round magazine and some pretty nasty full auto recoil. For Insurgents, we have the Ace-52, which also happens to be Israeli. It performs very similarly to the Tavor, has the same harsh recoil, limited to the same 10 rounds, but at least in my opinion looks a whole lot cooler. It's also worth noting that both of these guns are replacing the Mark 14 and SVD for their respective team's advisors. This decision was made after it was found that the Mark 14 and SVD were simply too strong if they could be used in roles that weren't sniping. The Tavor 7 and Ace-52 drop bodies on average in about 2 hits, are extremely strong in close range, and accurate shooters can easily compete at range. Now for a bit of a controversial addition, this update has introduced to us the Death Cam. Very similar to the Death Cam in the Battlefield games, you get killed, and instead of immediately spectating, your camera will focus a little bit on the direction you got shot from. Now, I don't think this is the biggest deal in the world. The Death Cam doesn't zoom in, so if you snipe someone 100 meters out, it's not like their Death Cam is going to show you precisely where you were hiding. Either way, some people like it, some people really don't. I don't think it's game breaking, but I can see why people don't like it. For the record, this Death Cam is disabled in both ranked competitive matchmaking and in hardcore co-op checkpoint. Lastly, for the big things in this update, we also have a solid batch of new cosmetics, including a compression shirt for security forces, a headset with a backwards baseball cap, a headset with a regular baseball cap, a headset with a watch cap, just a good old dang old headset. For Insurgents, we have this leather jacket with this really nasty looking collar that's actually super gross. And for Insurgents, we have this mask, which is just, holy shit, dude. This is actually really fucking scary. And that about does it for all the content in the 1.6 update. There's plenty of bug fixes and other small things like that. Again, if you'd like to see the full patch notes, I have linked them in the description. And until next time, have yourself a good one.